Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been forever and a day since I uploaded and I'm really sorry about that. I was running into some technical difficulties, so I was trying to get that all situated before I posted another video. But I am back with a fall inspired tutorial. I'm using a burgundy shade today, which I'm absolutely in love with. And I really use this shade as the base of the inspiration for this tutorial. But if you want to see how I accomplish the entire look, then just stick around. To start this look, I'm going to apply my face makeup first, and for my foundation, I'm taking a mixture of two shades of the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I'm blending the shades 101 and 105, and I'm just blending that all over my skin with my Therapeutics blending sponge. I've been having some issues with my skin recently and did an inventory of all the products that I apply to my face and found out that a certain silicone has been giving me a bad reaction. So this is one of the only foundations that doesn't contain that silicone. I'll post it in the description bar below because I can't say it for the life of me. But ever since I took that silicone out of my routine, my skin has improved so much. If you want me to talk a little bit more about it, I can do a whole video on it. But that is why I'm using this foundation. I've been using it ever since. I love the foundation. It's a great foundation. I just wish there was a little bit more of a dewy foundation that didn't include the silicone that I'm having so much trouble with. To conceal and highlight, I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade number 15. I am all out of my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, so I'm using this until I get a replacement for the Urban Decay, which is my absolute holy grail concealer at the moment. I'm just applying that in a triangle shape underneath my eyes, and then I'm going to take the tip of my beauty blending sponge and blend that all out. Now I'm just taking that same concealer on the high points of my face, like the bridge of my nose, my forehead, the chin, and Cupid's bow, and taking that same blending sponge and blending everything out. To set the concealer, I'm taking my MAC Pro Sculpting Powder in Emphasize, and it's pretty much just a bone shade powder, and it has a little bit of iridescence to it when you look at it in a certain light, so it's going to brighten things up nicely without looking like you applied glitter underneath your eyes or to any other area of your face. Next, on a Morphe E3, I'm just setting the rest of my face with my Benefit Hello Flawless Powder. To warm up my skin, I'm taking my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I believe I have the shade medium, and I'm just running that along the perimeters of my face to bring back some dimension and warmth. And I'm just taking that on a MAC 168. This is just an angled blush brush. I'm doing a little bit of contouring in the hollows of my cheeks and on my forehead today. I'm using my MAC Pro Sculpting Powder in the shade Sculpt, and I'm taking that on one of the little Benefit blushes or blush brushes that came with my Rockatora blush. Kind of random, but I've really been enjoying it. Now I'm taking a ColourPop highlighter. This is in the shade Wisp. It's a beautiful golden highlighter, and I'm taking that on a Morphe M601 brush. It's just one of their synthetic fan brushes. And I actually really like the ColourPop highlighter. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it because of the texture of all their products, but it actually applies really nicely and is a gorgeous shade. The blush that I'm using today is Between the Sheets by ColourPop, and I'm taking that on a Morphe E4. I wouldn't suggest using this type of brush. It took quite some time to build up the color, but the color is a gorgeous shade. It's a neutral kind of dusty rose shade, and it looks really nice with the eyes that we're going to be doing today. And then I'm just taking a dual fiber brush and blending the highlight, blush, and bronzer all together. For the eyes, I'm beginning by priming by using my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. I've tried this look without a primer and just using concealer, but it actually comes out much better with a primer. So I would definitely suggest using a primer of some sort because it does help the eyeshadows become more vibrant. For my transition shade, I'm taking MAC's Soft Brown on a crown brush. This is an IB119, and I feel like Soft Brown is kind of like the OG of transition shades. It's just a soft peachy brown shade, and I'm just swiping that back and forth in windshield wiper motions, and then going back and forth with circular motions as well on the brush until it's blended. Next on that same brush, I'm taking MAC's Saddle Eyeshadow, and it is a brown shade, but it has a little bit of a hint of orange to it, and I'm focusing that more so in the crease. I'm not bringing that up as high as I brought Soft Brown. I don't really want any of that shade on the brow bone, but I am just blending it into the soft brown back and forth, again with windshield wiper motions. Next on a small pointed blender brush, this is a Morphe M507. I'm picking up some of MakeupGeek's Cocoa Bear, and I'm slowly building this shade up because it can be quite pigmented. I'm not taking this all the way into the crease, just about halfway, and I'm also dragging it onto the outer V as well. Next, I'm taking MAC's Swiss Chocolate all over the lid with a 217, and I feel like in the pan, this can be a shade that can be very overlooked. It doesn't come across as much, but when you apply it on the lid, as you can see, it comes off as a very nice warm brown shade with a lot of red undertones. But it's different than MAC's Cocoa Bear. I think Cocoa Bear is a little bit deeper with red undertones, but as you can see, this comes off as a nice, just wearable burgundy shade, and I absolutely love it. Then I'm taking some of MakeupGeek's Cocoa Bear again and just deepening up that outer crease, and then taking a Morphe 330 and just blending all of the shades together. When I do looks like this, I like to brighten up the inner corner, so I'm just taking some of Wet n Wild's Brûlée and putting that on the very inner corner of my eyelid. To highlight the brow bone, I'm using MAC's Dazzlelight on a MAC 239, and I'm starting by applying that right at the arch of the brow and then blending back and forth. I'm also using Dazzlelight to highlight the very inner corner. For my eyeliner today, I'm going with a nude. This is Rimmel's Scandaleyes. You can totally use a black liner if you want to smoke things up a bit, but I like to keep things pretty bright. Then on a crown brush C431, this is a pencil brush, I'm taking MAC's Saddle and smudging that along the lower lash line. To add even more definition to the lower lash line, I took a mixture of Cocoa Bear by MakeupGeek and MAC's Swiss Chocolate, and I just took that on a stiff shader brush and just smudged that right up against the lower lash line, and then smudged it back out with some of MAC's Saddle. Now I'm just curling my lashes, and I'm going to apply mascara to the tops and bottom lashes, and then apply some winged liner and falsies and finish up the look. The lashes that I used for this look were the KoKo Goddess lashes, and I have to say that these things are champs. These have been used so many times, and when I went to go apply them, they fell into 3 pieces, but I was still able to apply them. I just put them on section by section, but these lashes hold up so well. I can't even tell you how many times I've worn them. I've absolutely worn them to death, but they still hung in there and came through for me. Okay, onto the lips. I'm starting off by lining and filling in my lips with Essence's lip liner in the Nude. Then I'm doing just a quick, simple gradient effect, and I'm taking City Color Cosmetics City Chic Lip Liner in Porcelain and just applying that to the center of my lips. Now I'm just taking that Essence lip liner again and going over the edges so that there are no harsh lines. And then I'm going to go in with one of my favorite lipsticks. This is High Tea by MAC, and it's an absolutely gorgeous nude shade. It's got a little bit of pink to it, but it is a luster, so it's very comfortable to wear on the lips. But this is one of my all-time favorite lipsticks. So that wraps up this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date on all my upcoming videos. And as always, my social media links are linked down below. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time.